What's up? What's up? Welcome back to Jack of All Trades, a weekly podcast for you to digest where there will always be a special guest. I'm not going to hold you on this Love After Lockup review, so let's go ahead and get right into it.
Well. Welcome the fuck back, okay?
Hey, girl, hey.
Girl, it's so much going on.
So much going on. So we'll set up first. We're back for Love During Lockup, Season 4, Episode 45, Once a Criminal. We'll get there. However,
comma, so much more going on.
Let's start with a heavy icebreaker. As we're gathered, we must discuss the Montgomery Riverfront Brawl. Whatever you might want to call it. It has been given many names. Let's see if we run a couple of them down. The Riverwalk Rumble. Say that 3 times fast. Cinco de Negro. Fade in the Water Day.
Fade in the fucking water.
Whatever you might want to call it.
What? Oh my goodness.
It has been a true day of solidarity amongst Black people as we have learned about a moment that started in Montgomery on their riverfront that led to one of the wildest brawls that we have ever seen, and saw a ton of community amongst our Black people to really get together and rally for a victory. So,
honey.
For those that may have been under a rock,
go do it. Don't you recap that.
We'll do the highest of the highest setups, right? Somebody working the riverfront wanted a group of white folks who had a boat to move so that what looked like a full-on steamboat could dock, and they were not doing what they needed to do as quickly.
He told them don't leave it there, and they left it there anyway, so he went to move it. Oh, honey, I didn't came across a damn angle of what happened, like that led to it, like what started it all.
Yes, there have been 360 views.
So many views, honey. And he told y'all can't park here.
Yes.
What was that on? Players Club. Remember we used to watch Players Club, and that's our shit, Jackie.
Yes.
You can't park here. He done told y'all can't park here. Y'all parked anyway. So he said, okay, I'm gonna move this shit. And now here y'all come mad.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all fucked around and found out.
Right. Because in their anger, they all attacked this Black man. A group of white people attacked this Black man. And
for doing his job.
Right. He's at work. But somehow, some way, he was able to send out the bat signal. He threw his hat up, and all of a sudden, Negroes all around came running to help. And that's the other thing, too. Now, like we said, 360
swimming
views,
to help.
Because people were everywhere. There's a huge huge boat that's about to dock, so people are looking. There were people on the actual dock that were able to see from the inside, probably waiting to get on a boat. There were people from above. There were people from the other side. Like everywhere, people were able to document what was happening. So it was kind of crazy that it's like, how are you even gonna try and retaliate or outlash, towards this man, as if there aren't a million other witnesses that are able to see that y'all are the ones in the wrong.
Girl, how about I saw how this person came to talk to him. He like, nah, move y'all car, move y'all boat, okay?
Yes.
Then here comes somebody else. I said, y'all can't fucking park here, move y'all shit. Then here comes somebody else. Why do he gotta explain to y'all all of these thousands of times? He said what the fuck he said. This man is doing his job. Y'all just above rules, above policy, above regulation, and being told what the fuck to do.
Yep.
He said, move y'all shit.
Right. That is so true because, again, whatever angle you catch, you see all of these different people coming to interact with him. You can see this level of frustration bubbling up in him as he's talking to all of these different people. And then at one point, one of them who seemed to look, I don't know, he looked younger at least, he finally decides to throw the first punch. And it's like, wait a minute.
No, girl,
now.
it was like a wrestling little football move he pulled when he tried to like rush him.
Lunged, right.
Like, yes, are y'all okay?
Right.
Girl, and it was on like popcorn after that, baby, okay?
That,
they got busy.
Chairs were involved. People got thrown in the water.
The amount of memes I saw about that chair. They talk about put the guns down and pick up a chair, okay? Like,
oh my gosh. Yeah.
They ass got busy. Like,
they did.
Alabama been going up, but okay.
Right, girl. And not me being goofy early on. Like, I bet Carlee Russell was out there taking it all in, having herself a good little time. We won't even get into her ass.
Bye. Next caller.
But yeah, you know. So now you have
me off.
Girl.
Just laughing.
Right. Carlee, girl. We didn't even, I don't think we ever talked about her. Oh my gosh.
I get it. Look, Carlee, I didn't went crazy a time, girl, not a time or 2 or 50, honey. And sometimes, you know, when you go too far, but you gotta stick it out. You're in it. And so you like, you know what? I gotta see it through, my boy. I get it. These niggas will make you delulu, honey. Like, I done been delulu. And I'm like, Simone, you are going too far. But fuck it. We already started. Gotta take it there. That's what she did. I understand. It was wrong, but I get it.
What Drake
said. The crazy in me gets it.
What Drake said, in too deep.
In too motherfucking deep. She had. And did you see him? He was a little cute.
Oh, a little. Baby, we understood, Carlee.
Yeah, he probably had some, you know, good ping. Now you want to take it away? No, you're going to get an Amber Alert to that phone. I'm looking for you. I'm on your ass.
And that's where she fucked up. But again, a big F you know, to Alabama for immediately rushing, you know, proposals for new legislation down to the Capitol to make a false report a felony. And
okay, so lock up all these Karens.
Right.
All the Karens can go right with her. We're gone, Carlee. Go with the Karens. Get them bitches out the way.
Right.
If you got to be the pawn, bitch, okay, this the consequences, bitch. You're going too far. Look, it didn't happen to me, okay? But the FBI didn't get involved. Now, I'm scared of them, okay? I'm scared of the police.
Right. But that's where, you know, of course we know everything went a little bit too far because we know that they were like, all right, well, we see this is getting national attention. We have to act on it. We have to react and do our due diligence to try to find her. And when they realized that she was playing games with them, of course, you know, that infuriated those whites. So...
And mugshot was cute. Girl, she ate, okay, in that mugshot. Girl, let me tell you about these kids. Okay. I sent my niece a picture of when she was like a little bitty girl. She was so cute, okay? Mm-hmm. Do you know what this heifer responded to me? I ate that up with a bunch of peas. Up. I was like, girl, who are you talking to?
She said,
my niece.
She said she been showing out from day one. From day one. Girl, why did somebody post a picture of Sexy Red from 2004 and said she been keeping the same energy from back then?
Real ratchet.
Just ratchet, that little bow-legged knock knee pose. A little bit of your tongue out. I'm like, that's so true.
My son need a new daddy, okay?
You know my jam right now. You like my voice? It turn you on, crank it.
Yeah.
Sexy, yeah.
Okay. But let me tell you how Mama was on an episode of Girl, this podcast I listen to, honey, they some real whores, okay? To let you know what it is.
Yes,
honey.
we know who those girls are.
Love them. Baby, she got to talking to them. And she was like, oh my God, y'all do that? Yeah, girl, you ain't talking about shit in these songs.
Right.
Fuck, some real old hoes, okay, baby? We've been here, been doing that.
Yeah. That's why it's funny if anybody's acting like outraged, I'm like, this is more like Uncle Luke in 97
Do you
than
hear
anything
me?
else. We've been here before, y'all.
Baby, Trina would have ate that up, baby. Let her hop on the remix. You really want to,
Right. Okay. You want to take it up a notch.
They get the old hoes on board.
Right, because we already here. So
okay, just take us there. Okay.
Yeah, let's make it official.
But yeah, we just did so much. But yes, love during lockup, honey.
Yes, But yeah, shout out to everybody in Montgomery holding it down. The young swimmer, that left off of the boat to go swim over.
He's like 16.
Yes, he's really young. So all of y'all that held that man down, because again, he was doing his job. And some white people that act like they don't know what law and order means. Isn't that what y'all want? Yeah, they have a little mini mart too in Selma. Everybody told them, shut that shit down. Yeah, for all our good people that rallied, we'll always remember this day. And
oh yeah,
y'all, we need to keep this energy, right? Like not even in a preachy way, because we know how preachy niggas get during these types of moments. But
absolutely,
I don't know. Did you see They Clone Tyrone on Netflix?
I have not. It's on the list. I have not seen it yet.
Yeah, I enjoyed that, and I feel like there's a theme of unity, right? Like whether you watch that movie or like yesterday or when the Rumble happened, that we just need to keep like on some positive shit. Like let's just continue to hold tight to each other, because we clearly are all on the same page.
Right.
Black people across America woke up.
Woke up
on the same page, right? Ready to be on that bullshit. And niggas have been on bullshit all day.
All day. The time, like since yesterday, honestly. The time that, because I was like scrolling. People who have not been on social media, I've been at work like, you ain't seen the video? Child,
Yes.
like, honey. That social media has not fucking stopped.
No.
Every scroll is about that.
Yep. I've seen people draw an actual like a piece of art, right? A drawing of what happened. I have seen people reenacting it at other pools. Like this is trending topic number 1 amongst the entire Black delegation in the United States.
Acting it out at the pool.
Yes.
Good night.
Yeah.
Good night.
So yes, let's keep this energy. I won't be cliche and say like, oh, we need to vote like this. It doesn't have to be that. Let's just find a way to keep this type of level of camaraderie,
laughter.
Right? Laughter,
yes.
And also looking out for one another. Like we don't play no games about each other. Let's show it in this same way. Because we gonna laugh regardless, clearly.
It's that swimming for me, baby.
Yes. It was Aquaman for me. All right.
I got some notes this week, bitches.
Yes. Okay.
Eyes are ready.
We're ready. Love during lockup. Again, this is once a criminal. Okay. Because, hey, according to some of the mamas, once a criminal, always a criminal. Okay. And they're not playing. Where shall we start this week?
They kind of bore me a little bit, but whatever. We could start with, hold on, because I got notes this week. Ava, hold on. Jade and Chris.
Okay.
Is that the millionaire, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we can get them out the way.
Yeah, they actually were quite a bore. Ooh, look at me. 2 sentences, child. Maybe 3.
Yeah, I think I got 2. 1 and a question.
Yeah. So what do I have here? More calls from Chris, whining
Girl,
about.
But you know what? I think I have a different perspective this week. I think I changed my man.
Okay. Yeah. that was the long and short of what they had going on. More calls
That's
about
it.
availability, and then they had a little bit of a FaceTime freaky time. Like,
oh God. I still think he's a scammer.
okay.
I still think something is not right. Because if you got all this money, why you in there for stealing? Bitch, who this for?
But we talked about
Who this
that.
for?
Like,
Who this for?
is it because the money
I
came at
still
a
want to
certain
know.
point?
I don't know. I just want to know. That's all I have for him is I want to know that. That's the question that needs to be answered for me.
Well, yeah, that was the first question her friend asked. Like, if he has money, why was he stealing? And I'm like, them
I
drugs.
still, yeah.
I have you doing whatever.
Secondly, yeah, true. Secondly, I think a man that got all that money and he got me in the house and I ain't got to pay no bills. All I got to do is be on social media all day. I think I'm gonna answer every call. I changed my mind. At first, I was talking my shit, right? Like, bitch, yeah. But you know what? Right about that, my baby need a new daddy. I got no kids, but you know, yeah. I think I'm gonna pick it up. Hey, babe, nothing, chilling in this nice big ass house you bought. Like, you want me to stay put? Bitch, I'm gonna stay put. FaceTime, want to get freaky all day. What's up?
Yeah. I mean,
I think I have a different perspective.
Yeah, and
I just paid all my bills. You know, the first just passed. So I think that's really what it is.
Listen, okay? In this fresh hell of an economy, like, I can't blame anybody that would go that route. Now, I think there's a lot that Jade doesn't want to admit in terms of how much Chris is covering her family, her friends. Like, they're living good and how on the hog off of him. Right? Mm-hmm. So,
cause how he get all their numbers to be calling all these people? Y'all gave him the numbers. Like,
right.
The only way I'm doing that is like, yeah, he can call here. He can call here anytime, day or night.
Right.
If he paying for everything.
Exactly. So I think in the long run, she's gonna be fine with it. This is more for TV. This is
absolutely
her, right, transitioning. Boom. Just before he comes home, like, she's releasing this life that she had where he was in prison. But I think once he gets out, she gonna fall in line.
She better. I'll fall in line if she doesn't. Swing it on. Shorty, swing my way, okay?
Cause baby, especially if he gonna stay up there in South Dakota on the reservation. I can't remember what the occupation was, but people get paid a lot of money when they work in South Dakota. Because at the end of the day, it's South Dakota, so nobody's running up there. And
baby,
certain professions.
Like what? That's what I want to know. Like, is it a prison industry there? Like, how much do the COs make?
We need to look that up. How
much do the warden make?
You gonna be Chris CO?
Hell no. I'm the warden. I don't want
you the warden?
No.
Okay.
I want to be the warden. Mm-hmm.
Right? That's a good question, because I wouldn't be surprised if they got paid handsomely, because they up there. Ain't nobody coming up there.
But that's why I don't think they probably make no money. They probably don't even have a high crime rate.
I think they do. I'm like, I mean, again, I'm not trying to talk bad on the natives, but I think there's a lot of issues, just like in the Black community and other minority communities, that Native Americans face, and white people are ready to lock them up just like anybody else.
Okay. We're going to see. Let me see.
How much is the warden making in Sioux Falls?
Girl. A fool.
Right. Well,
it say the average correctional officer, oh shit, in South Dakota is $43,000.
Okay.
That's the average. But it's a second one that says they make $25 an hour.
How is that? Is that good or?
Don't sound good to me. I don't know. Not going there. Doesn't matter. Next caller.
Right. In conclusion, it's still South Dakota. Something's still awry. But Jade,
I got my eyes on you. But I'm gonna answer that phone. But I got my eyes on you.
Yeah, fall in line when he gets out, or move along. but we know with that money, that's probably not happening that fast.
I'm going to fall in line, boss.
How about we do our new couple?
Girl.
Yeah.
Savannah and Jake.
Savannah and Jake.
Because the first line of notes say, where the fuck did they come from? Like, what, girl?
Yes. Savannah is 26 and Jake is 30. And they're in Iowa City, Iowa. We are Iowa repping this season. Okay. And Jake has been incarcerated for 12 years and has 5 years to go for robbing the weed man. What is up with that? They must have used some weapons. They must have hurt him.
And he was like 18.
Yeah.
First offense.
Yes. Right. So I'm like, he had to have done something egregious to like throw the book at him. Like, right? I mean,
girl, let me tell you something. I don't know why they said he messing with the weed man. Like, leave these people alone.
Yeah. Right. They thought he was an easy target, probably.
It's some boys here that did that in Illinois. This was some years back. They tried to rob the weed man. The baby mama was in on it, but she was like 7 months pregnant. So she's in the car with the weed man, and he realized what was going on and pulled off in the car with her. Her baby daddy and his 2 brothers shoots at the car, killing her. She's in the back seat. So now all of them on trial for her murder. The baby survived.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So like in court, the families were torn.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So stop trying to rob the weed man. Like,
right.
Stop. But now it's legal, so everybody should just be going to the dispo. Okay.
Right. Hello. And
you just taught me that word today.
Yes, right. New lingo. But I also, yeah, and with that, it's like, damn, like, do you need to be locked up for another 5 years for a weed related crime? That's why I'm curious to know, was it truly like, stick 'em up, weed man, give us your weed, or did y'all like beat him up, conspire, like
pistol whip him? Yeah, it had to be something. That's a lot of time.
Yes, because at this point, that's half his life behind bars.
But he's smart enough to know not to marry this girl. Okay.
Okay. Because Miss Savannah, she tells us that
this is like, she is the princess of Delulu. Like, Letitia's the queen. We'll get to her. We gonna get to Miss Mama.
The other Iowa girl.
Yes, Savannah is the princess of delusional Delulu. Okay.
Yeah, she's not playing with a full deck.
No, like, these pictures that she has posted on this show are filtered the fuck down. Because I'm looking at her in these confessionals like, girl, that's not these pictures you done gave these people.
I haven't paid attention to the pictures.
Oh, but I have. Yeah, I didn't like it.
Yeah, I just saw her.
Weird as fuck. She is weird as fuck.
Yes, right, because all I can think of her is in her My Fair Lady from the Renaissance era outfit. Like, it's giving medieval times.
This girl is nuts.
Yes, she openly lets us know she loves attention.
The lady let us know a lot. The lady said that the best sex that she's ever had has been with Jake because he knows exactly what she likes. No, bitch. It's called masturbating. You know what you like, and that's the point.
Right.
I know. What is wrong with you? I does this, honey. So what are you talking about? It's gonna be good every time, no matter who you're thinking about. It's you doing it.
Right. He could talk your head off, but you're still the one getting the work done.
Baby, pat yourself on the back. You do a good job. The fuck? Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Girl,
You're killing me. Oh my gosh. Okay, so she met him because she's in theater and she was studying for a role, like a prison wife role. So she reached out to him and then they never stopped talking. And I'm like, girl.
No, she reached out to like somebody, like a prison wives group, and they hooked her up with him.
Child. The fact that she couldn't just let research be research.
Do you hear me? You could have Googled that shit. You didn't have to join a group. You didn't have to do nothing. Girl.
Right. Like all of that is very extra. But I think the fact that she let us know up front that she likes attention, it's going to explain so much. I appreciate
Especially, I definitely do. You like to live in pretend land and fantasy land.
Yes.
And let me tell you who ain't letting up is Jake mama, honey. Okay?
No. So,
ain't letting up off that ass. Shut your mouth and your fat ass, boy. That's what she said. That's what she said.
Yes, Savannah went to meet Jake at one of the visits with his mom there as well. And she said the visit went fine, but after that, mama wasn't here for her.
Because, girl.
She said she's weird. And she probably was weird as hell at that visit. She also lets us know how much she wants to marry Jake. And
that's all she talks about, every conversation. He said, if you bring that shit up one more time, like, you're going to do it every conversation?
Every time. And she just thinks it's like, oh, I'm just going to keep poking away. And, you just got to keep chipping away and eventually you'll get it. And I'm just like, girl, first, this man is going to be locked up for 5 more years. So even if you are married to him, it's going to be a long distance marriage with him behind bars. Secondly, you're 26. You are still young. And she has very superficial ideas of why she even wants to hurry, right? She's like, oh, I want us to celebrate our 50-year anniversary and he's 30, so God. He's going to be 80. The clock is ticking. And I'm like, baby, you need to make sure you can make it to 50 days and 50 months. Because some people don't make it to 50 months. That's what? Going into your 5th year of marriage? And they don't make it. So
I'm not making it to 50 minutes. As soon as they slap the cuffs on him, it's over. You're not going to even make it to jail, the police station, none of that.
You're not going to let them at least get charged?
You see my face? We on FaceTime today. You know I'm dead serious. You know I'm dead serious.
Yeah. So she's, right, like you said, she's delusional. Like, she doesn't... She does not have her shit together. So...
And then it's like, oh, and Jake's mother, this is another reason she doesn't like her. Because she goes to see a band, which I think Jake mama was being messy. Right. Because what are the odds that this flowed like this?
Right.
She goes to see a band, hangs around after the show. Oh, where you guys from? I felt like, bitch, you did some research. You did this. You did this on purpose. I think she was on social media, probably saw something on a post, because, bitch, I'll go back to when you first started your Instagram back in 1802. I'll go back to the very first picture that you posted, okay? And she probably did that and said, oh, who's this guy? Oh, he's in a band. Like, you know how you go down a rabbit hole trying to do an audit of somebody's social media?
Yeah.
Probably called a girlfriend, and my girl is Ashley. Ashley, hey, I have a task for you. We're going to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah.
So it's like very Benson and Stabler. But I think she did that. She goes there. So where are you guys from? They tell her, oh, so-and-so's from there. And he made the most disgusted face.
Right. He automatically knew who she was talking about. Coincidentally, of all the people in whatever town she's from, his mom was able to find the band member that she supposedly slept with and did so while she was supposed to be with Jake. So,
and she's like, it's 100% true. We met on Tinder. We used to hook up, but not while I was with Jake. Honey, it sounds like to me, Savannah, sweetie, girly pop, okay? Sounds to me, you're the town whore that wants to get wifed up, and Jake is not having it.
And she let us know that she, quote unquote, used to be a hoe. But
she said that.
Yeah,
I mean, didn't we all? But I mean, look,
that's what her friend said too. But ultimately, like, when
I was one yesterday, like, who gives a fuck at this big age?
It's like, did your wholeness get deleted though, Savannah? Like, clearly,
she got
Jake.
delivered. She got delivered.
I'm not a hoe no more.
I don't like men's no more, honey. But preach. But like,
Jake mama.
Girl, Jake is not going. Jake or his mother are not having it. I think he's using her because she's like very big on like his clemency and doing all this paperwork, getting signatures. I think she needs to go to school for criminal justice, at least get a degree.
Yeah. Right.
She doesn't need to work inside of a correctional facility though. She'll go to jail. Yeah. She needs to like do some type of, I don't know, prison outreach or some shit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That would actually be good for her, you know, and you over here using all the right words that I couldn't remember. So, yeah. Like, I think it would benefit her, especially, again, she likes attention. She likes being around people. She likes to interact and engage with people. And if you have this much of a passion to do this stuff and pull other people in, she wants her homegirl to come over, she stands her up. She wants his aunt to get involved, she also won't pick up her calls, but she's passionate about doing it. She's
probably overly aggressive. Like, where are you, let's do this. But that's like, girl, they probably hear about this shit all day every day.
Right.
Yeah, they're from Iowa, they don't want to be in here with all these cameras, so girl, good night.
Right. They're not pressed about it in the same way, but I think all the more reason, like you said, she needs to figure out other things that she can do with herself, because even this whole theater thing, like, I don't want to take away from her, you know, dressing like Friar Tuck, but it just all of this doesn't go together. Like, it seems like somebody in that type of world would not be waiting on somebody to come home from prison, because I guarantee you he's not about to be over here doing all of this stuff with you.
He's not even going to call her on his release date. Okay?
Right. Because let's be clear, like we said, this man has no adult life experience outside of prison walls. Like, he's going to just want to come out, breathe the fresh air, and see what's up. He's been locked up for 12 years since, what's that, 2011? Like,
oh yeah, you know how much that happened since then.
Yeah, I mean, there was no Instagram when he went to prison, you know, and
no,
people learn.
I got 2 promotions on my job since then.
Like, what? I've been living, right? And
yeah,
there's no telling how much living he may have been able to do as well, because it does sound like he was engaged a couple of other times, which also makes her feel like, well, why won't you, you know, propose to me as well, I guess. But ultimately, he shouldn't be anybody's husband. He needs to learn how to be a grown man first and take care of himself outside of prison. And it's going to be hard. That's going to be hard enough in and of itself.
I agree. And clearly, he's going to go live with his mother. Like, let him have that. Yeah.
Like,
I don't know. Savannah Cakes, I'm not feeling homegirl. She is delusional.
Yes. And I will give him that. He doesn't have high expectations for all this, you know, outpouring of support and people doing stuff that she's willing to do. He knows that it's not going down like that. And he probably is very grounded in his reality at this point. He's been in prison for a long time. He knows who's going to show up and who's not. And he also doesn't want to tie this marriage to his prison experience. So, you know, you have to, you have to let him be the man that he is trying to be, and hell, make him prove to you that it's going to be worth being married to him when he gets out.
Absolutely. But she doesn't like value herself enough to think that way. So,
right.
Yeah, we can tell.
Yeah, so we'll see. All right, girl. Who's next?
Oh, we got, Andy and Brittany. We got Andy and Brittany, Letitia and Keith, and Renika and Asante. So
we can do Andy and Brittany.
Cause you know what? Every season, it's always a truck driver that's Delulu over a little young white woman that's in prison.
Yep.
Every every season they want to give us this little storyline.
Yep. And the white woman is always on drugs.
You know, I want to see WeTV switch it up for a little razzle dazzle.
Yeah.
You know what I want to see them do?
What?
Because I know plenty, not personally, but I know plenty of black women who will run circles around a little Delulu white man, honey. So you want some real TV so we can stop scripting this shit that we get? Because don't get me wrong, it makes some good TV.
Mm-hmm.
But this script, we ain't got to do it.
Right.
Pay one of these African American women that's locked up, okay? You gonna get some TV.
Girl.
Put one of these little lonely truck drivers on the young black inmates. I want to see it. That's what I want to see. Be the Lulu for one of us, honey. Mm-hmm.
And that was my thing, right? I feel like
in honor of Alabama, the Alabama brawl.
Yes, in honor of Montgomery. Okay. But remember, I called that shit out. I said they have not had a black woman inmate since Lizzie on the first season.
You're right.
Like, give me somebody that is a black woman, you know, behind bars that somebody is choosing and sending her all this money and doing everything to get her out and get her home and take care of her. Because
they're there.
They are. So, right? I'm telling you, WeTV, if you don't hear nothing else, okay?
Because I want to see it.
The representation at this point, like, it's skewed. You know, back in the day, it was like, okay, we started off there, and don't get me wrong, Lizzie, a queen, okay? Still clean, doing cool things. She just went skydiving. Yes. So, shout out to her. But
is she a grandma yet? Did her daughter have the baby?
Her daughter lost the baby.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think she was either born prematurely or she lost her. But yeah, it was kind of sad.
Dang. Super.
Yeah, but you know, she's still keeping the face. She posts her devotionals. Like she's a model, you know, formerly
releasee.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Former convict.
Yes, right? So show me another one.
But here's the thing too, Andy. Oh, Andy. It's given. You had a thing for inmates when you was a police officer.
Yes.
And that's period.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I'm starting to think. I don't know what he did. Did you get fired? I have questions.
Yeah.
Because this kind of behavior did not just pop up because you was on the road and got lonely. Because why inmate?
Right.
And you came from that.
Right.
In Georgia.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. Because those colleagues, they probably embarrassed about him being on this show down there in that red ass state, honey.
Right. And Tifton, Georgia. You know Tifton.
Girl, I got a ticket there. I know.
Me too. Oh my gosh. So,
yes,
right? They make their money off of people coming in out of Tallahassee to Atlanta. And yeah, it's a small ass town. Like, that's a small region. Right? Like, South Georgia is just a smaller population. It's rural. So, everybody know everybody. They know what's going on. You down to the daughter's house. They live over there at the manufactured homes. Like, you got these cameras in town. And just seeing the lies that he is claiming he did not tell at first, but then also very quickly saying, I'm like, okay, you're right. I lied. Or I might have not told the whole truth. Like, wait a minute. So you admit.
Get your scamming ass on.
Right.
Scammer.
I'm like, you let us know very quickly that you have been telling all these lies, but then he claims, he feels attacked when Brittany jumps down his throat when he talks to her again.
Well, guess what? Since you're already pissing people off, Mr. Andy Cakes, go get you a black inmate to trick off on. Piss everybody off. Piss your kids, your colleagues, your ex-co-workers, Brittany. Piss everybody off. Just go get you a little black inmate to trick off on, baby.
Yes. And we'll call it even if you provide her some reparations. Okay.
Period.
But yeah, Brittany tells him don't come down to the jail because her daughter is going to be there during this next visit and she doesn't want to bring her into the drama. And he's over there getting pissed off, kicking laundry around in the yard.
Girl, go pick that shit up. Stupid.
So, yeah, it was very clear, right? Everything that happened on this episode let us know that Andy is a liar. And he is not able to admit where he wronged them kids in the past and he was not there. He says it's hard to explain why the daughters feel like they do. And I'm like, it's really not. It's just the fact that you don't want to admit the reality of what was going on. And to say that you left the house for a few days, and even though they say you left indefinitely, sometimes you were gone. In my mind, listen, I grew up with my daddy. When I say that, I mean that shit. So at one point he was in the military. So if he was gone, he was, serving our country. Okay.
Yeah.
Other than that, he was
sent home some checks to prove it. Yes. Motherfucker. You just left us at Granny house. But you left us for dead home. Okay.
Left us for dead.
So stop this. And now you want to pop out with this chick talking about say hi. No. Don't say hi to her. Like, are you okay?
Right. Because kids don't like instability. I feel like we've talked about that before. Kids like and need structure. Okay. So their mama was on drugs. 40
and I need structure.
Hello. Okay. I be over here like, get your routine together, girl.
Okay.
So their mom was already on drugs. She clocked out on them. And then you basically found a way to say, I take care of my kids, quote unquote, but I'm still doing me. And you can't tell them kids how to feel about that. So
exactly. And maybe he did just send home some money from the road, and thought that was taking care of his kids. Maybe he looked at it like that. I just saw a TikTok, right? And this guy was like, I don't have no sympathy for my friends that pay child support. He was like, because he said, all you got to pay is $500 a month. He said, that's it. He said, you ain't got to be bothered with your kids. You just paying some money. He said, being a father is when they get up in the middle of the night to come and get in the bed with you. When you got to get up, wake them up for school, cook them breakfast, take them to practice, pick them up, parent-teacher conference. There's like, you ain't got to do none of that. You just got to pay $500.
Right.
He like, I don't have no sympathy for y'all. He like, y'all need to be paying that and get her an extra $200 to stay out your hair. Like, what are you talking about?
Right.
So maybe in this guy's mind, he felt like, oh, I took care of them. Maybe he was sending money home from his little truck trips, but
right. And since their mom wasn't doing it, he felt like he was a hero. And
yeah.
Meanwhile, them kids are like, no, you were just as guilty. She wasn't here and neither were you. So don't try to pull the wool over anybody's eyes at this point. But, Brittany, she chewed that ass out and said the only thing that was probably true was that he was 12 and she hates cops. So she should have known better anyway.
Period. And my thing is, because if you... And we talked about this last week. Why you just didn't send them with their grandma while you stayed your ass on the police force so you could work the overnight shift? At least you would have been home every day, though.
Yeah, right.
So what's the difference? You sending them while you go get another job where you're not at home? Make it make sense. Yeah. And D, it doesn't make sense. I think he's lying about something. This is why we need a reunion, to ask all these pertinent questions.
Right. Right. And I'd like to say keyword reunion and not, maybe I shouldn't start down this road, but here I am. Like, I still can't get with folks that want to tell all of the, the details of the folks that are currently on the season. Like, I get that it helps. Like, okay, we get it if we know what other people's charges were or, the real truth about Andy. I get all of that. And when people recap it, or find information, hey, they are able to get all of the details. But I'd rather just watch the season and let it unfold and then get to a reunion and have somebody be able to tell us like where they were coming from and why they shared their story the way that they did. But you know what? I'm sure I could follow some pages right now and they would tell us exactly what Andy was doing. So we'll see. But yeah, I agree. And I think that has been a general consensus. A lot of people are like, Andy, you got something up your sleeve, because it just doesn't make any sense, right? You said it. When you work on the police force, especially in a small town like that, you ain't going nowhere every day. You going 3 square miles around town
to the coffee shop, right?
And you probably take a trip up to Atlanta's the capital, isn't it? Right, like once a year. Like, you are in town. You get to go home every night. You could probably pick your kids up from school and take them home and go back to work and not skip a beat.
Right.
Because for the most part, all y'all doing down there is giving people tickets on, what is that, 317 or whatever that shit is. So, yeah.
Okay.
He's got something going on. And like with a lot of these folks, a relationship should not have ever been your priority. You should have been focused on raising your children, taking care of them as best you could, and being the best version of yourself. Because again, they had a mother that was on drugs. It's not like, they tragically lost their mother and she passed away. So you had to grieve and they had to grieve. I'm sure there was a certain level of grief in having to divorce your wife and she's cheating on you and all that type of shit. But ultimately, like, your kids still needed you. So
he should go get with Savannah.
Ciao.
2 delusionals.
Right. She can go down there to the country with him. Be the hottest thing in
and
town.
Disappear.
She'll get all the attention.
A town whore.
Oh my gosh. Who do you want to do next? Brittany and Key Rock?
Oh, I forgot about Brittany and Key Rock. I don't have anything for them. Like, they really don't do nothing for me. What happened this episode? She moved, right?
Yeah, so I think all of them moved. It's still her and the brothers waiting on Key Rock to get out. But she was setting up, her bedroom and her space. And her friend Shayla was over there with her. And they talk about how far Brittany has come because she was homeless at one point. And it seems like it was all because she was the rebellious teen. I'm not getting the vibes.
Probably for like no reason.
For no reason.
She said her parents were strict. And it's like, ma'am.
That's what parents are.
You needed some structure because clearly you just went way off the deep end. You went to prison. So,
yes. Yeah. Right.
Just and even ass at home.
Right. And for her to be able to come out on the other side and like pick up all the pieces, to me, all the more that tells me even further that you had some structure. You had a good foundation. You just were rebellious and you just probably went a little bit too far with it. So,
baby, way off the deep end.
Yeah.
But she still talks to her parents because she talked about her mother.
Right. She doesn't have a close relationship with them. She doesn't talk to them often, but they seem to still be on speaking terms. So when Key Rock gets out, she wants to introduce him to the family and try to bring some clarity around the situation because, there's all these dynamics at play. Like, well, you claim you're not gay, but you're with this person that's trans, but they are, it's a trans man, very masculine presenting. It's a lot.
My mama would not get it either. She'll be like, I'm so confused.
Yeah, okay? Right.
They don't understand. Right? It is what it is.
Yeah. So her friend makes a good point though. Like, you need to get your relationship with your parents on track.
Correct.
First, before Key Rock gets out, like before there's any introductions, conversations, make sure you're good with them. And I 100% agree with that because
me too.
You don't want the first conversations you have to have Key Rock, hanging around trying to insert himself because let's go here. Key Rock clearly is controlling.
As fuck. Another one. I will be going off on that phone. Who are you talking to?
Like,
who are you talking to?
Brittany was
talk to me nice from jail.
Right.
But Key Rock is very manipulative. Yes. Like, whatever she did, like, was she cheated? Key-Rock keeps holding that over her head, like, and it's like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you cheated too, right? But it's like,
Exactly.
no, no, no. Let's not talk a true nigga shit. You know, let's not
Right.
talk about what I did. But he wants to talk about what she did. And I'm just like, I don't like it. I just think Key-Rock is very, um, it's a little mentally abusive.
Yeah.
We're gonna call a
Yes.
thing, you know,
Yes.
and I don't like it.
Yeah. Yeah, that mental and emotional abuse definitely checked right on in as soon as Brittany got on with their visit, right? So she
Hmm.
was 3 minutes late, talking to Shayla, catching up, lost track of time. And you can
Girl.
tell she was scared. Like, she's worried about how he's going to react when the phone call starts. So she calls and he's immediately going off like, hey, like, what's up with you? I'm not going to be getting dressed for you to play me. And I'm like, whoa, 3 minutes?
Boy, you gonna do what them COs tell you to do it. When they say get dressed for this motherfucking video visit, you gonna put your fucking jumpsuit on and bring your ass out that cell down them stairs and sit in front of that motherfucking kiosk and wait on
Right.
me to connect.
Right.
Next caller. The fuck? What's wrong with these people? I need to teach a
Right.
class how to treat these inmates one-on-one. Are y'all okay?
Girl, because then that's where you can tell again it's abusive, because she's like, babe, it's not my fault. And he's like, you knew you had
Girl.
something to do and nothing should be stopping you. And I'm not coming to any more visits. And I'm just
Freedom.
like,
Freedom stop me.
yes.
I don't have to listen to the C. I don't have a CO telling me what time my video visit is. You do. So you make sure you sitting in front of that computer, sir.
Right.
And I get that when I get, girl, I'm talking shit.
Girl. But no, it was like, that just showed his temperament is terrible. Like, you're not reasonable. And
No.
we've seen you already, try and control or dictate what Brittany's doing from behind bars before. And now you're supposed to have a visit and she is 3 minutes late, right? Let's just call it around 5 by the time she was able to log on. And this is how you act towards her? Like, no, his attitude is not good. And that's where I'm
And
like,
you're not sending no money to like that. I still gotta work
she
and go to school. So you're not sending no money to be calling here popping your shit like that. Now if you was Mr. South Dakota paying bills in here, then baby, guess what? I'm gonna be right here at this phone waiting on that video to connect, okay? And you won't hear all of this mouth, honey. But you're not doing that. So who you talking to?
But let him tell her he is paying the bills.
We watched her send him $125 a week, right?
To invest in his little businesses.
It sounds like some pimping's going on
It
to
does.
me.
It does.
Okay. Give
I know
Don
a pimp
Juan.
when I see one. I know a pimp when I hear one. Yes. Okay. The way he went off.
Mm-mm. Girl. And she's such a pretty young girl. Like, to me, mentally, she's still 18.
Right. Yeah.
And, she was locked up. So it's like, you're trying to manipulate this girl because she's very young-minded, and it's
Right.
like, I don't like that. I don't like it at all. If I was her sister or her mother, it'd be a problem.
Yeah. And again, that's where I say you got to figure things out with your family first. Otherwise, you're going to walk in there with Key-Rock. He going to fly off the handle before you can even get shit, started, make a proper introduction. And next thing you know, your family really going to be like, it's us or him. And then you're going to really be torn. At least now you have some level of a working rapport with your family. Keep that. Because when this nigga wear your ass out mentally, hopefully never physically, right? But he's already putting you through it mentally. It already is clearly exhausting. You getting off the phone crying and you don't know what to do because you feel like he's all that you have. No, you need to get to a place where things are healthy. Yes, stand up.
That's going to be the name of the class. Bitch, stand up 101. Yes. Because this is a fool. A fool.
Yes. So that was them, child.
Did I tell you this last week? How this girl tried to tell my friend at work, she called me a fool. I think I told you this. She was like, girl, everything's a fool to Simone. She ain't thinking about you.
Oh my gosh. That is too funny.
Girl, but yes.
Yeah.
I don't like Key Rock. I'm not feeling Key Rock at all. This is my least favorite this season.
And I feel bad because I wanted to like Key Rock. You know, I think it's just that initial little piece of empathy you want to have for somebody who might have it a little bit harder in the world. But damn, like Key Rock, how did you embody all of the qualities of a controlling fuck nigga? Like, was that a part of like your transition? Because you didn't.
The Lulu behind them prison walls.
What
Shit.
the fuck? So
when it got you a little puppy.
Yes. So that's them. So
that's
let's
puppy
see.
little sister. She's a young puppy.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Poor pup. Michelle. Hopefully she's doing all right.
You know, that's my middle name. That's my alias. I be telling the boys. What's your name? Michelle.
Yes. So let's see. Okay. Do you want to go Letitia and Keith or Renika and Asante?
Both are equally a fucking mess. Let's pick one out the hat. Let's do Asante and this girl here.
Renika and Asante. AKA Big Diva.
Girl, bye. Girl, good night.
Big Diva.
Not feeling it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we see Renika is with her daughter. Her daughter is doing her makeup for her night out.
I thought that was cute.
Yeah, that was cute.
I thought that was cute.
So from everything I saw, Renika lives with her mom, right?
That's a nice house, yeah.
Yeah, it was a nice big house, you know, something that we need more of in the community. But so they all live together. Her daughter's doing her makeup. She tells her that she wants to have a good time tonight. She wants the family to be supportive. And, you know, she just wants to live differently. And I don't blame her for that, you know, wanting to have a different experience in life, especially if you have been at home with mom, you know, in the town you grew up in. I think that's a natural feeling, but, you know, you just don't have to do it with an inmate. So her mom says that she's done crazy stuff in the past for men, but she's never done anything like this. So Renika and her mom talk about this, and her mom, of course, just tells her, you know, she wants her to be safe, and she, you know, wants her to take care of herself and the girls and be cautious about this shit. And Renika is just convinced that Asante is going to treat her like a queen, like literally says that. And I'm like, girl, we gotta ground ourselves in reality. Like,
girl, she needs to go figure that shit out with her father.
Child.
Yeah.
Right? You've given us the glimpse and you said you're not over it. So why not stay there and figure that shit out first?
Go heal.
Yeah. So she's headed out for the night. Now, if she was going to the Renaissance World Tour,
ma'am, don't play with me. Don't play with me.
I would have given her a few points, but she's not. She's going to some club down in Kentucky, and she happens to be wearing, you know, a studded out bralette, a pair of white shorts with some tinsel hanging from them, and a mini white mink. She has on her signature blonde to green wig. I mean, it's quite a look. It's quite a look. You know, Renika.
For who? For whom? It's quite a look for whom, Jackie? Jacqueline. Who is it quite a look for?
It's just quite a look. Okay. Renika's a very slim woman, so the belt that she had on was pulled over to the last notch and dragging down longer than the shorts.
Now, you know what? I am a last notch kind of girl, okay? That last notch. Sometimes have to make a last notch, okay? But baby, she looked a fool. She looked a fool.
Right.
I didn't like it.
Right? Because that's the thing over here. It's not about the size. We only do that for, context. It's about the look. Right? Because
it's always about the look.
Right? Back when it was Monique, it was never the size. It was always the look. So same with Renika. Other end of the spectrum, it's about the look still. Because she could have slayed. Like, you have the body to wear whatever you want, So
that hair, I think the hair throws everything off.
If the outfit looks good with the hair, it's cool. If it doesn't, it's fucked.
I think like she could have pulled the outfit off if her hair was like black.
Mm-hmm.
It would have toned it down. Or blonde. It would have toned it down though. But it's like the outfit doing too much and then the hair doing a lot. It was just too much doing a lot. Something had to be simple.
Yes.
And I think it should have been the hair because her outfit did a lot.
Her outfit did quite a lot. But at the same time though, she is going to this club not only to go and hang out and party, but she's going to perform some of her songs.
Her mother came, Miss Sherry. Baby, Miss Sherry looked the fuck good, okay? She looked good. Mm-hmm.
Yes, Miss Sherry was there. Her sister was there. Her cousin.
And Miss Sherry said it before she left the house. She was like, all right, let's just go have a good time. Miss Sherry said, I'm not going to argue with you. I said what I had to say. You want to argue about it. Let's go have a good time, get this shit over with.
Yes. Mom wants to steer her down the right path, but if she's not going to listen. But it's interesting though, right? Because Renika just sees it all as just blind support. She's just like, oh, my family is here and they support me and I love that. And it's like, but I think that was the best part though. They get to this club and sure, they're there, but they dragged her. They like, you leaving. Let's go run up behind a nigga. Some old.
Chasing some dick. You chase a dick. Don't even know if it's good dick.
Right. Prison nigga. They was going in on her.
Oh, told her mother, I can't believe you allowing her to do that. It was scary. Yes. Your mother. Your mother.
I think they got different daddies. Or I'm sorry, different moms. Same
mamas, daddy. It gotta be. Because girl, shit, not Miss Sherry. Right. Shit.
She like, Sherry, you gonna let her do this? I'm like, damn. You gonna call her mama to the carpet?
I'm with the people when they write though. You chasing up behind some dick, don't even know if it's good dick.
Right.
Baby, I'd be damned if I didn't got into it with my family, had to have security put them out. I swung on them low key. Right. Then I gotta pack up my kids, come down here, and you giving shrimp dick?
Girl.
Now I'm stuck because I can't go home after all that. I can't go back.
No.
So now I'm stuck down here with some little shrimp ping.
Right. And now you acting a fool because you mad at the world.
Yeah. And I'm in Atlanta because now I got to go be the town whore like Savannah because the fuck?
Yeah. So she's mad though because she says that all of them have dated convicts. So how dare they judge her? Some of them are convicts and we get that. So
she read their ass like that.
She did read them right back. But at the end of the day, or the evening, it was all good. She performed her Big Diva songs. They came back in. And
with her dancer that had on Air Force One.
Child.
I didn't see any of the performance because once I saw that, I was done. I think I got up to go get a snack. Like I just let it kind of play out. I was done.
Well, towards the end of her performance, she gives the crowd a shady, inspirational speech.
Girl.
I should say before she performed. She could have kept.
Yeah, she could have. Don't let nobody stop y'all. Where you going, you can't take everybody to the top. Don't let a fuck nigga tell you shit. Don't tell a hater fuck you. Girl, rap this song so we can go.
And we get the name of the episode from her mom who says, once a criminal, always a criminal. So.
Girl, who this for? Okay.
Too funny.
Bitch, who this for?
I'm ready to see her on Love After Lockup because I have to see Asante in the flesh. Like
ugly. They always ugly too. He is not cute to me.
He has a bit of like a ashiness over him. Yeah. And I'm curious. I'm just saying we need to see what Asante is about when he gets out. All right, last and least, I'm not going to give y'all the top spot every week, but Letitia's putting on right now. Letitia and Keith.
Delusional.
Okay, the real businesswomen of Iowa.
Oh, you want me to fall on the floor?
Oh, man.
I hate it.
Oh, my gosh. So, we're back in Davenport. Back at Letitia's home, where of course Keith has now picked up the phone and confirmed that he did not sleep with that girl Deanna, which we already knew. But Letitia has to make sure to let us know that Keith was very...
He did say he had sex with her.
No,
didn't he?
No, he said no. He said you should ask her that, and then she made a face and he's like, no. And she's like, okay, thank you. You still convinced?
I just wanted to be so bad, some drama, but okay. 10-4.
I think the truth of the matter is they may have, but again, they were teenagers. Like, it
doesn't count.
It doesn't count. It doesn't matter. It's not even worth bringing it up. But the problem is she's trying to intertwine her personal and professional lives. So it is something she might feel like she has to worry about, but that's on you.
You're bad.
You're bad, right? You chose your bad. That used to be my favorite saying.
You know, Letitia is giving to me. I don't mean this. She's the queen of the Lulu, but Letitia gives Wendy Williams to me a little bit.
Yeah, that mannerism, that energy. Yeah.
The way she talks. Yeah, she gives Wendy Williams.
Yeah, definitely somebody that is very animated. Very much a character. But yeah, she wants to make sure that we know that Keith has always been very popular and desired by many. And of course she hates that. And I'm just like, I'll never understand that. Like, why do some women that find attractive men attractive think that other women aren't going to do the same? Like,
you think you're the only one that like him?
You think you're the only one that look at him and see a handsome man, especially again in Iowa? Come on now, it's already a nigga shortage in America in general.
It's probably a slew of white girls that he done cracked like a fucking egg that think he's handsome too.
Exactly.
So what are we talking about, Letitia?
Like, he was probably a big fish in that Iowa pond. So,
oh yes, all the heavy set white girls, honey, was probably lining up.
In addition to all of the black women. So yeah, sure, he probably had his pick. But for you to like take issue with that now, it's like, why even sign up to be with him then?
100 years later.
Right. So of course she asks what's his type, and he says, oh, my wife is my type. And I'm just like,
good answer, Keith.
Yes, very good answer.
Good answer.
But also I'm rolling my eyes for him because I don't understand this whole idea of kind of carrying on with this era of jealousy or wanting to make sure that you are the one and only, and this man is in jail. Like,
ma'am. And you know what? Letitia's the type of woman too. This whole boss chick persona she puts on.
Yes.
She's a boss chick to a nigga like Keith.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But to like the average man, a sensible man, a non-incarcerated man, to a woman like me and you, she's a scammer and nothing more, ma'am.
Exactly.
Because ain't no way I would have sat on no collect call with my quote-unquote new boss. Get the fuck out of here. I'll cuss both of their ass out. Both of y'all some clowns.
Right.
No, I'm not walking in here. He has a office. Like, ma'am, do you know what you could have done with this space? Are you okay?
Yes. Keith has an office set up. He has a nameplate that says that he is like, what did it say? He was the president or something. Like, he had a big role. He was the boss. And then she sets up the phone to have them all have a conversation with him, like no FaceTime, but the phone is just set up on speakerphone on a stand, and they all tell him what they do. And
that one though, she thought it was gonna be a FaceTime because she came ready. She had her titties up and out.
She had them titties sitting.
She probably told them like, tomorrow you guys are going to talk to my husband. And the girl was like, oh, it's going to be a FaceTime. I'm going to get my titties, this bra that has them up and out, honey, with this blouse. Mm-hmm.
This low cut blouse. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, they all have their conversation. And then, of course, Letitia has also been setting up in conversation with Keith and to, in her confessionals, to let us know that she is going to see a lawyer to get a better understanding of what she needs to do to become a business partner with Keith. So she goes to see this lawyer.
She pissed me off.
And she tells this man the basics, and you can tell right then and there that he thinks she's a fool.
A fool. Mm-hmm.
A whole fool. He's like, okay, tell me what he's locked up for. And she's like, oh, just some drugs, no big deal. And he's like, she said conspiracy, drugs, that type of thing. And he's like, okay, if he has a conspiracy charge, like he can't just be a part of your business if you have fiduciary obligations.
Yes.
And you are an accountant. You took an oath to protect people's information and present them with the truth. Only receive the truth from them, when you're filing these taxes. And he's just like, that conspiracy charge, it implies that it's a financial crime was happening. And she's like, well,
it's some bullshit going on.
Yes, right? Like she wanted to gloss right over that. And it's like, no, girl, nobody with a conspiracy charge involving drugs, even more so, should be around anybody's taxes. Now, it would still be, of course, terrible if they were conspiring to kill someone, but it is a different crime where
I told y'all I wouldn't get that bitch my social.
Right? So she's just out here, and she has the nerve to tell the lawyer she just doesn't feel like it's fair because he's a really good person.
And he chopped that ass down. Chop that ass down. He said, it's not about what's fair, bitch. What the law says, okay?
Right.
Shemime, right. I want to hear this.
He said, what's fair is irrelevant.
Do you hear me? Fuck what you talking about. That's what he said in so many words. So ass, bitch, fuck what you talking about.
Yes, okay? And I don't know what I said earlier, but I see in my notes, fiduciary duties. And they come with strict guidelines, and that's the thing. I'm like, girl, you're an accountant. That shit is not for play.
At all.
You absolutely took an oath. You are supposed to abide by the rules of the law. Like if my taxes aren't done correctly, the IRS is on my ass. So what will happen if you're not filing them correctly? Girl.
And there's a convicted felon involved.
Yes.
Who probably isn't. How can you even put him on the paperwork of your business? How is he the boss, the CEO? But see, that's why I say there's some scamming going on. Maybe she got him like on the board or some shit so he can automatically get a portion. Because even the lawyer told her, like, you need to make sure get this posting up.
Yes.
Like, you need to make sure your kids are okay. And this bitch gonna say, and his kids as well. You are thinking about this man before your own kids.
Right.
Like why are you even equating his kids in because everything is telling me you ain't even met them. So
right.
You ain't even met their mama. Be quiet, girl.
Right. Girl. And I can't even wrap my head around her having anything to do with his children because he's been locked up a long time. So when did you have time to have kids? But I guess if he's 34-ish, she's been locked up 12 years. Okay. Either way.
He's been locked up for 12 years too?
I think so. He's been locked up a long time.
Girl, these bitches just be wanting some dick. And I think they in a fantasy land about jail dick.
Yeah.
Like, it boosts their ego. Oh, he gonna nut so fast, with me and all of that shit. So I think oh, girl, good night.
Right? She said.
Because you felt it.
Yeah, right? She's
on a
like,
visit.
Anaconda. You know, like, it is a little bit of a fetish or a fantasy thing for her.
Cause my thing is he could be giving that anaconda to his celly every night, man. Like, what are y'all okay?
Child.
He could be giving it to Big Bruce in the shower. Like, come on.
But he telling her what she want to hear, right? She's clearly another one that likes her ego strokes. So whatever he is telling her, she is doing her due diligence to completely involve him in her life. And I think the lawyer, like you said, he kind of leaves her with the post-nup agreement suggestion, which I thought was good. You know, separate, go into business, or if you come into something, like, separate it from what y'all share in your marriage, or make sure that you leave it to your children. And yeah, like you said, that's when he want to bring up, or she brought up, his kids as well. And it's just like, okay, girl, you can keep walking in that delusion, but this shit don't make no damn sense. Like,
at all.
Take care of you first. So that was it for them. Ooh. But saw a quick peek at the next episode. We know that Letitia is going to go and visit Keith. She claims he's, like, you know, in the most locked down facility in America, whatever that means. Child, and I don't remember.
Unless he's at in Florence, Colorado. Is he there?
I think he is,
I
actually.
Think he is. Not with a fucking cell phone. So that's a Supermax where they have Larry Hoover. So it's not too goddamn secure. He's filming a whole show from inside of a Supermax prison. Get the fuck out of here. And if Love After Lockup is paying him, because they
don't get paid.
They can't possibly, because they can't have any, like, business ventures. So yeah. But yeah, if he's at a Supermax, how the fuck you get a cell phone?
True.
The whole government should be embarrassed. Okay.
He's one though.
Strip search everybody.
I don't think he has a cell phone though. I think he's actually
I'm getting him confused with Renika. Girl, they're still new. I'm getting them confused.
Oh yeah, because Asante definitely has an iPhone. Yeah. But
this guy doesn't. Okay. I'll take it back.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting because, again, he's coming out after a long time. He's got his prison look and he's from this small town. And so if you're basically just transporting him from some max security prison back to the streets that he came from, good luck, girl.
Girl, try that in a small town. Like, good night. Good fucking night.
Oh my gosh. So that was it for them this week. Nothing super different or compelling from our universe. Maybe I'll dedicate some more time next time to what's going on with them folks. But I saw Quaylon cut his dreads though. He looks really weird now.
Girl, good.
And Derek cut his dreads too.
I saw that. I caught him on live one day trying to promote his new little film, honey, on Tubi.
Yeah, The thrill is gone.
Yeah, he cut them.
Yes.
Those teeth are still big though.
Yes, girl. He got
still giving Nene leaks.
Yeah, because he got the veneers, and then he likes to wear his diamond grill as well. So definitely has the chompers.
I hate it, but okay.
So yes. All right, we'll be back with more next week. And so until then, you take care.
You too, girl.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to another Love After Lockup review. We appreciate y'all. And remember, I'm a jack of all trades, a master of none, not here to be an expert, just here to have fun. Bye, guys.